start today's course. And actually, next week I needed to attend a seminar, so we don't need to go to this classroom next week. But I want to ask you a question. You have two options to make up for the class. The first one is pre-recording, and the second one is extend to week 17. Just because we cancel one time, right? And we extend our course. Originally, we only teach for 16 weeks, right? And now maybe we can extend to week 17. That's your second option. And the first option is I will pre-record the video on YouTube. But you needed to answer me some questions. And you can do the video to submit your homework, your assignment. Okay, so this is the same way. Yeah. So now, please raise your hand. You can choose one of them. Okay. And which one is winners, and we will follow that option. Okay. And if you think you want to choose the first one, please raise your hand. Pre-recording. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18. Okay. So here is 18. And if you want to extend to week 17, please raise your hand. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. So next week, you don't need to go to this classroom. We just have the course through the online. Okay. I will upload all the video to our Moodle. You will see. I have already uploaded so many materials on our Moodle, and including the YouTube video, including our PDF file. Okay. And please tell the other student maybe they don't know these things. Okay. Next week is. Okay. October 5th. October 5th. We don't need to come to this classroom. I will pre-recording a video. Okay. So you can do the pre-recording video to learn some things about maybe CSS or something. So maybe you need to design the layout and submit your assignment to Rubio. Okay. Now let's start to discuss something about our previous course. Okay. We needed to practice some things, right? Actually, in previous course, I introduced that what is HTML5. Okay, I talk something about web page and the browser, and you know something about browser words, and you also understand what's the difference between HTML and HTML5. So now you know something about HTML tag. Okay, and in this course you will learn more HTML elements, because I think in previous course we only learned a little bit layout elements and font elements, but other elements we have nothing. Okay, so you need to understand all the things. I think that is quite important, because maybe when you graduated from here and you will have an engineering job, so you need to understand the history of website. Yes, I think that will be really crucial to discuss with the other person. Okay, here is just the browser. Let's turn to here. Okay. And let's time our YouTube. The sound is so small, right? Yes, so I have to adjust the sounds here. Okay. And I told you the most commonly used tag in HTML that can divide into 3 parts. And actually, this is not only the 3 parts, but in this course, I only teach you 3 parts. One is layout, and the other is form element, and the third one is other. Other, I will include in a lot of other label, like text label, table label, and media attributes. And I think all these things is quite important. But there still have so many things in our HTML. So if you want to learn more, I think you can through HTML websites to learn more. Maybe just like this way, and you can just search like HTML or HTML. This is okay. You can search the first one. This is from the Mozilla Foundation, and in here there has so many HTML tags and elements you can learn. But that is Chinese one, and you can see the W3 school. Yes, here has all the HTML tutorial. Okay, so if you want to learn more, and you can through the website to get more understanding about the HTML tag. Okay. And in previous time, I have explained what's the difference between div and span, and actually that is totally different because we always use div to help us create our layout, but span is just too small that can help us to create our layout. So that's because that is just an inline organization. So if today you want to design your layout, you needed to use div elements. Or in other words, we needed to use the block label organization. And in our HTML5, we have so many label is block label organization. Okay, and traditionally we just use div and maybe set an ID for this div. And that is not enough because that is so hard for the web browser. If web browser, they needed to understand each website, and we needed to have a common format. What's the common format? It's just like we needed to make all the tag, all the elements is semantic. What is semantic? Semantic is all the elements with meaning, okay? Because we needed to clearly define its content. Like today I saw the form, and I will know, oh, you will have some data needed to submit. And I saw that as table, and I will know, oh, that is a structured data. Okay, and there is article, or that is article, and they have a certain content in the article. Okay, so in semantic elements in HTML, just like this, we will have a header, navigation, aside, article, and our footer. And that is a normal structure. And actually there still have other semantic elements. So if you want to learn more, and it's the same, you needed to browse the other websites. Okay. And here is just our traditional layout. Okay, and you can see the difference directly. Yes, and this will help us more easy to understand all the structure of this website. Okay. And actually in previous time we set an assignment, right? And the assignment is you needed to send the phone data. And I think all the times I will check our Zoovio because I think we have 33 students. And now I just stop the answer time. Okay, and then we can see all the students, your answers. Okay, so please remember to submit your answers every time. Okay. And here is other input tag you already know. And the last time I also told you HTML meta is a really critical thing. Why I say that is a critical thing? It's like, you know, a job is web designer, and I saw there has so many web designers, they can help the other organization to create a pretty website. But actually, if that is a pretty website, but no people know this website, what's the function of this website? That is nothing, right? So you need to understand if today there has a searcher or a user what's their keywords, what's their term, to search it, to find out your product, your service. I think that is the most critical thing. So that is a reason why we needed to set up our metadata. Because our metadata will help all the users to understand what's the functions of our website. Okay, so I think that is a really critical part. For example, if today you want to go to a search engine optimization, SEO, today you want to do the great job as SEO, but you needed to know your user, your target. That is the first thing. Okay. For example, my family business, family business is enterprise and small enterprise for Lenya production. Lenya is just like our ID page, and there has a Lenya, okay, and the Lenya is one term, okay, but something will say, oh, that is a strap, or that is employee strap, or ID card, or something. I needed to set up a series of these keywords in my content, in my metadata's content. Okay, so you needed to try your best to learn a lot of terms to describe your product. Okay. So if today you are a front-end engineer, I think you also needed to think more about this. And here is the text for our title. And I highly recommend you only use one of them. Maybe you just needed to use H1 or H3. I think that is enough. And don't use these 6 tags in the same time, because that will be so struggle for your user, because you set so many focus, you set so many critical points in your website, and that will be so difficult to understand your logic of your website. Okay. So you can see that if today you are following your hierarchies, and that is easy to skim. And there has the 60% of screen reader user, they just prefer to one H1 tag, so not use too many, okay? And today I want to teach, and now finally we enter into today's course, is HTML list. And actually in HTML list, that has 2 things you need to learn. The first one is URL, is unordered list. Unordered list is just the lists are marked with bullets, just like a circle or bullet, okay? And the other one is order list. The order list is, all the list is with a number, okay? So you can see just like this. I can use a URL tag and a LI tag, okay? And we need to have a opening, and we need to have a closing. All the theme is the same, besides input tag. Okay, input tag is just has their opening tag, right? But you can see that most of the tags, they have opening and a closing, opening and a closing, opening and a closing. All the theme is the same. Okay, so we can see the first one is URL. And if today I don't set this style, okay, this style is presents that we use CSS. We set CSS to make up our HTML tag, okay, because today I want to this HTML with a certain format, and I will set up some CSS like this way. That is, I will call this is inline CSS, inline. It's because we just embed our CSS in a line, in our URL tag, and that is inline tag, okay. And this is all the same. We just set up the circle, district, and square. Okay, so you will see this. The list order is different, right? That is unordered list. So you needed to try to use URL like this. I save a website first. So many students will ask me why I can show the magic, because you needed to save your website at the beginning, like this way. I just create a website. You can use Control N, or you just click here. Okay, new file. Control N for new file, and you can use Control S. Control S to save this file. Okay, I just save in download, and I will save the name as maybe 1.html, and I use HTML5, and with my tab key, and I can see this one. Okay, and now I needed to use URL. Okay, and LI maybe multiply 3 and the tab. Okay, like this. I can say this is menu 1, this is menu 2, and this is menu 3. And I save the file. I just open it. I can see this. Okay, this is just a bullet, right? And if today I just use style, you can do anything like this way. Maybe I set up a style equal this style type. This style type is just say, oh, today we needed to set up all the list, and their type will be like a circle. I save it. Okay, let's be circle. Become circle, right? Okay, you can change anything. Maybe you just search it. Is there anything I can use? You can use space counter, DISC, circle, or like this one. Okay, there are so many things you can use. Okay, you just needed to try it. And I want to present again what is style. And I just told you the style can help me to create an inline CSS just like this. Maybe today I want to create something for this LOI, my menu 1. I can use this style, font size 20 pt. Okay, just like this. And this is bigger, right? So you can do anything with this inline CSS. But actually, I am not really recommending you to use inline CSS. Maybe just for the specific times. Okay, maybe today you are lazy, or this is just a small project. And at this situation, then you can use inline CSS. Okay, and now I think you can try to practice the what is URL, what is LOI, and how to use style, list style type, and is there anything that you can use? Okay, and now it's your show times. Let's go ahead. Okay, and now please see this website. Okay, I have embedded this in my slide. Okay, list style type, and you can just click this button, and you will see their difference. If today you use URL, and that is on order, just like these two. Okay, that is on order list. And today you use OLO, and that is order list, just like this. Okay, you can start with A, or start with 1, or start with Roman number. Okay. And now I just set up another assignment. Is assignment 2. HTML nested list in 3 level. Okay, and please set up a 3-level list, because we just use 1 level in, and the first level is for the department. It's just like your department. Maybe now your major is for management undergraduate programs, and some people is from Department of Information Management, or from this Department of Business Administration. Okay, and you need to set up your first department. And the second level is your classes. Maybe is 111 grade and 112 grade, like this. It's different classes. And the third level for you and your classmates' names. Maybe just your friend's name. Okay, like your name is Jason Wang or Hebe Tian or Jie Qiu. Okay. And moreover, you need to set up your department, class, and name font as bold. What is bold? Bold is just like this. This is bold. Okay. This is bold. Okay. You need to set up this. And please define list style type for nested list. Okay. And each level, you need to use a different list style type. So you need to search some list style types to use it. Okay. And please, only your own department, your own class, your own name, you need to set up for the bold. Okay. Because when I see your screenshot, and I will know who you are. Okay. I think that is an easy thing. And I will set up assignments on our Zuvio. So if you finish, just submit your screenshot to here. Okay. Okay, so now I think it's time to practice. Okay. Do you need to take a photo with this? Or I also have uploaded all the materials on the website, on our Moodle. Okay. Okay. Hello everyone, and now we needed to set up like this. You needed to show up your department in the first level, and the second level is your class, okay, and the other person's class, and your classmate's name, okay, and you needed to set up all the thing is the board, okay. How to set up the board is like this. We'll set up this will be bold. Okay. Okay, I will show to you again how to do this. Okay. And now everyone is just like this one, right? But you know I'm a lazy guy. I just copy this, and I needed to put in here in LI because that is LI's son, okay, and this many one is their father, okay, and we needed to set up the sub list like this. So we needed to make our sub list in our menu one, like this way, okay. So maybe I just use the other list style type like DISC, okay, and that is my second level, okay. And if today I needed to have our third level, I also needed to put it here, okay, and put in here. And I use tab key, and you can see that is a hierarchy. Okay, that is easy to read. Okay, and I needed to set up the maybe upper Roman. Okay, upper Roman. And now we will see this thing, okay. And we can set up all this. All my identity is as bold, so I just use this way, bold. Okay. And now just finish. Menu one, menu one, menu one. I am from the menu one department. I am from the menu one class. My name is menu one. Okay. So now you needed to practice this. Okay, now we already have 14 students have submit their assignment. Okay, and then let's move forward to the table section. Okay, and now I want to teach you a concept about table. Actually, I think a table, you needed to spend time to understand how to use a table. Because when we see the table, it's just like our Excel. When we use Excel, this software, and that is a lot of table. And in table, there has the first thing is that you needed to know what is a column, what is a row. And actually, row is a father, and the column is their son. Okay, so you will see the row is TR, table row is TR. Okay, so TR is father, and they has one column, TD, and TD opening and the TD closing. Okay, and the TD son, TD son, second son, and the third son. Okay, so you needed to know one row including 3 columns, just like this. So if today you want to create one row with 4 columns, so you needed to have 4 TD opening and the 4 TD closing. Okay, and each TD you needed to has a title or some words embedded in your TD text. Okay, so now let's just start to understand how to create a table. And before we enter into table, you needed to understand. You needed to. I want to just ask you to really what. I think all these text is really critical because you needed to understand when is opening, when is closing, and you needed to make sure all the text, all the opening and all the closing text is aligned. Okay, here is URL opening, here is URL closing, so you will see there has a line. Okay, and that can help us to align these two texts. Okay, and you can see here is LI, but in LI there has their son is the other URL. So you will see URL is embedded in LI text, not after LI text. Okay, so you need to make sure all the things, because all the small things will really critical for your advanced website. Okay, and now let's show you how to create a table. Actually, table is this table. And we needed to set a border. Maybe you will set up 1. And if you set up 2, and that will border. Okay, and you can set up 50. But traditionally, we just choose 1 or 0. That's all, it's okay. Okay, and now we just set up our first row. Okay, that is our first row. And in this row, we have 3 columns, just like this. TD 1, 2, 3. And then maybe you can use this way. I guess it's this. Okay. TD and the money and multiply 4. Okay. This can help you to create a TD in 4 times. Okay, and this is the first column, first rows with 3 columns. And if today you wanted 2 rows, okay, just the same. Okay, but you are just, this is just your border, so you just make sure they are aligned. Okay, because they are just in the same position. So we just make sure all the TR is aligned. Okay, maybe you needed 3 rows, just like this. So we can see our website in here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just like that. Maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is our table. That is our table. Okay. And if today you want to, oh, wait me a moment. We just check a border with 0. Okay. so you don't see any border in here. Okay, and if you want to set up, maybe it's border color, I can set green. It's a green color with your border. Okay, this is just inline CSS. Okay, we use inline CSS again. Okay, and then now if you want to integrate these three columns, can we? We just needed to set up, maybe that is row, column span. We just want to span three columns, so we needed to use column span. And which column you needed, how many columns you needed to span? Maybe it's 3. Okay, so we just set up in here, and we needed to cancel the other column, because now this one column replaced. Originally we have 3 columns replaced by this one column. Okay, because we already used the code span with 3, and we just cancel this, because now this one column for 3 columns. Okay, just like this. Okay, so if you want to span these 2 rows, you want to integrate the box 4 and box 7. How to do this? We just needed to use row span. Okay, maybe row span 2, because we just want to integrate these 2 boxes. That is just 2 rows, right? So we just use 2, and we cancel the box 7, and now we finish just like this. So one thing is code span, and the other is row span. Okay, and then now I will switch the screen to you, and you needed to practice this. You needed to understand what is TR, what is TD, and how to use code span, how to use row span. Okay? Okay. If today you want to set up columns for your title, or this column is your title, you just use TH to replace original TD. Okay, just like this one, you can see the student ID, name, and age is your title column. So you will set up the TH in here. Okay, and later the other things is like 1 and 118th. All these things is TD. Okay, so this is about TR and TH. And I already told you what is row span and what is column spans. Okay, and this can help us to merge the table, merge the column, or merge the rows. Okay, and now there is assignments, and you need to submit this assignment to the Zuvio. Okay, you need to create 5 columns and 5 rows, and in the first column, that is the title of this table, and the second is the title for each columns, their functions. Okay, and there has a 3 list of for the data. Okay, so please finish this. You just need to take a photo with your code, and please submit your code photo picture to Zuvio. Sorry, I have a wrong pronunciation. It is division, it's div, not div, and I'm really sorry for that, because every time I teach this in Chinese, I just say div, div, but I not to check the pronunciation. But if you needed to pronounce divisions, and you can say that is div. This is div. Okay, this is just our block organization. Okay, and now please see this. It's about image. In our websites, we needed, in so many times we needed to embed some image in our HTML, right? So that is an image format. Okay, and the image SRC is your picture. Maybe you just use the relative path. Okay, For example, I will just show you, and we can set up the white, and we can use ALT. ALT is alternative text. Is like if today maybe for the other reasons, and we can see your image, and we can see this word. Okay, so this word will becomes an alternative text for this picture. Okay, so now maybe we need to download a picture. Okay, tiger duck. Okay, this is about political issue because we study in Taiwan Tech. Okay, now I just save pictures in our download folder. Okay, tiger. Okay, and now my website is in the same folder with our tiger picture, right? So I just use this way image and SRC is we needed to know their content. Okay, this is tiger duck JPG. Okay, tiger duck JPG. Okay, so we can see this one, but this is just a opening tag. We don't need to use closing tag. This is image tag. Okay, so now we can see this one. Okay, a huge picture, right? So maybe we needed to set up the white of this picture. Maybe is 300 peta. Okay, that will become here. But I only control the white. I don't control the height. Why I use this approach? Because if today I use white and I use height in the same times, and sometimes the size or the formations of these pictures will be changed. Okay, so I just control one size, and this will have the same protections. Okay, and the other thing is alternative tag is ALT. Okay, like maybe that is a tiger duck picture, like this, and we can see here. Okay, we can see anything. This is just like maybe our picture is damaged or something is loose, and we will see these words. And we can also set up a title like this tiger. Okay, and sometimes when our mouse move to here, and we will see the tiger, but I can see now. Okay, but you can also set up this title, and you can also set up ALT. Okay, so this is an image. Okay, and by the way, if I create a folder like web folder, okay, and then now I move my website into web folder, okay, but tiger picture is in this folder, so they are in the different folder, right? Okay, so I move these to here, and let's to see our website. Okay, tiger duck pic. Okay, what's tiger duck pic is our alternative tag here, because they can find out our tiger JPG picture. Okay, so they just showed tiger duck pic like this. Okay, and how to find out our picture? Because that is in the other folder. Okay, in our previous folder. Okay, so we just use this way, and we can find out the previous folder. So you can see now the picture is here. Okay, I think this size is 300 pixel. Okay, and you can also maybe set up height is 300 pixel, and that will be smaller. Okay. So that is about image, and you can try this. Maybe I needed to tell you the other thing is HTML video, but that is you needed to download some video to present this practice, so I will not download anything. But I just want to show you if today you want to embed some video in your website, and actually you needed to watch out something. And one is you needed to have a opening tag for your video, and that has also have a closing tag. Okay, and we will embed the source tag in our video tag. Okay, and then here we see the src. Actually, we needed to put the path of our video. Okay, and we needed to tell them what's the type of this video, and actually that is video and MP4. Okay, if today this is not MP4, this is maybe MPG, and you needed to set up MPG. Okay, and here is the other thing is controls loop, and there is autoplay muted. Okay, what's the difference between them? Controls loop is just like today we see a video, and we can click the post, we can click the start, we can control the sound. Okay, that is the controls. And what's loop? Loop is that will play again and again. So that is loop. So that is controls, and that is loop. And the other one is we can set up autoplay. Just we can decide to play or not. So that will play automatically. So that is autoplay. And sometimes your video with sounds, but that is not a good thing for all the user. Okay, because today maybe we just stay in a mute or quiet place. So we will set up all the video is muted. Okay, so muted maybe is the other critical thing. So that is two things can help you to embed a video in your website. And now is your turn. Just try to practice how to use image tag and how to use video tag. Okay, and then that is just all the thing about our HTML. But not take a break yet. Okay, we still have the other thing. Just enter into our lecture 4. Okay, so just practice this. Okay.